What is up, my divas? Welcome back to the Creatively Dreaming podcast with yours truly, Luna Linz. Hi! Today we are going to be talking about revelations that I've had. We'll be talking a little bit about the Tara Yummy party that I went to. I will not stop talking about it. I do not care. I will not stop talking about it. Her DJ set was so fucking fun. The highlight of my year, possibly. And maybe, well, you know what? It was just the starting point of 2026 being that motherfucking girl and me having the most fun with other divas, and it was everything. It was genuinely everything. But yeah, let's get into it. If you don't know me, I'm an artist. I do visual art. I work as a custom framer. That is how I make my coin, but we are starting our business. We are doing our damn thing, and I'm taking you guys along with me, okay? I want other artists, other creators, other entrepreneurs to come with me, and so that we can learn and grow on this journey together, because getting started is the hardest part in life. And so that's why we just gotta band together and help each other out, and show the good, the bad, the ugly. That is why I am here. I like to be as vulnerable and honest as I possibly can be, and it's all about mindset. You know what I mean? It's all about mindset. It's all about having that Tara Yummy mindset, having that bad bitch energy, the mindset that your dreams are coming true and everything is happening exactly as it is meant to. And living your dreams is really being as present in your reality as possible, and finding joy in the little things, because guess what? All that exists is the present, and I say this all the time. The past is dead. The future hasn't happened yet, doesn't exist yet. The only thing that exists is the present moment, and that's where you can find your peace, your joy, your happiness. And this is something, I say these things to remind me, myself, and I as well of these things, right? I just got out of therapy. A girl has anxiety, a girl has depression. It's like salt and pepper. Every girl has it, every person has it. You know, we all gotta do what we gotta do to stay happy and thriving, okay? Especially with the state of the world. You know, listen, connect with nature as much as you can. Seriously, get off that damn phone. Get off the damn phone. Listen, it is not helping. It's like, I don't know, whatever. It's just, oh my god, dude. I'm overwhelmed. I'm literally having dreams about the world ending. But then I'm also the next night having a dream about I had a dream last night. Okay, let me talk about creatively dreaming. Let's get into the dream I had last night, because I need to. Alright. It was so fucking good. I need to talk about it. And then we'll get into my revelations and everything and stuff that I've just been realizing. But yeah, so I had a dream last night that I had a bunch of cool tattoos on this arm, which I do have this cool tattoo, but I had a dream that I had Pokemon tattoos. Mind you, I know nothing about Pokemon, but yeah, I had a dream I had like a flower with one of like, I don't know, it was like a frog looking Pokemon. I don't know. But in my dream, I was staring at it. It was so pretty. It was so gorgeous. Like, the colors were so vibrant. And then all of a sudden, I start playing with the frog, and it starts to come out of my body. And it's, like, wiggling around. And it's so cute. And it's the coolest thing ever. Like, honestly, one of the coolest dreams I've ever had. And then it, like, completely just becomes its own thing. And then it pops out of my arm. Like, out of my tattoo. And this frog, at a certain point, I'm like, damn, I have to get a terranium, or I don't know what it's called. Not a cage, whatever, a whatever, you fucking understand. I was like, I need to get like a little spot for this guy, because I'm gonna lose him, right? And now on my arm there was only a flower, there was no frog anymore. And I was like, damn, like, he really just got up and pieced out. And he kept on like changing sizes and colors, and then at one point he was a chameleon, at one point he was a cat. I don't know. And then he was like climbing trees and eating bugs, and I was trying to follow him up this tree, and I was like, damn, like, how am I gonna get down? Really cool dream. My tattoo came to life. Anyways, I had to get that off my chest because like, so cute. But yeah, it's the Creatively Dreaming podcast, so I guess we're going to talk about our dreams, like our literal dreams as well. But that was a cool one. But yeah, so talking about making our dreams a reality, right? And having anxiety and dealing with that, I deal with so many intrusive and repeating thoughts. Like, I will think about doing something 100 times over before I actually do the thing, and then it exhausts me. And this is just something that I've noticed with myself. And I was writing the other day. Let's just read out loud what I wrote. Also, new thing on this podcast, I'm not editing anymore. I have another YouTube channel that I have to edit for. I am not editing on this channel unless it is like I have a guest on, but if it is just me, I'm just gonna be yapping, girl, okay? Because I don't have the time, the energy, the space to be editing 1,000 videos. I'm doing everything on my own. This is like, I'm just getting started too. It's like, what's the point of editing, honestly, a podcast? Like, unless there's something you really don't want in there. But my light is going rave mode and changing colors. It'd be doing that sometimes. But okay, so what I wrote down was, one, I'm extremely proud of myself. I've come so far in life. And this is something we gotta remind ourselves, okay? We have gone through so much as humans. Like, every single time we do something, we accomplish something, and then we raise the bar, and then we have another goal and accomplishment to achieve. And it's like we didn't even give ourselves enough props for getting where we are now. And we need to do that more often. So tell yourself that you're proud of yourself because you deserve it. And believing in yourself and doing all these things will help you so much in your creative career because, girl, you gotta be in a good headspace to create things for the most. I mean, you don't have to be, but it definitely helps to make a sustainable creative career, right? So one of my first revelations when I was winding down for bed is that my mind really loves to come up with concrete plans without genuine consideration of the fact that most of life is, number one, not in our control, and number two, checking in with any prior plans that I already had. And when this happens, I tend to build up anxiety over all the tasks because my initial thought, majority of the time, changes and shifts. It's like my mind is trying to stay organized, but to a point where I panic when things don't go as planned. Girl, I don't know why, I don't know if anybody else relates to that, but it's like, yeah, it's like you're like, oh, I want to do this at this certain time, and when it doesn't happen, you start to freak out, you start to panic. And I know I deal with this all the fucking time. All the fucking time. And it's just like, oh, I think what I was talking about at this moment is that the next day I really wanted to wake up early and go to the gym. And then I realized that I actually had physical therapy at 10 a.m. So a little bit later in the morning. And I was like, shit, like, what am I going to do? Because I really wanted to go to the gym early instead of physical therapy. Turns out the physical therapy appointment got canceled anyways, and then I ended up going to the gym later on anyways. But that's the thing, is that we make so many plans, and God, the universe, whatever, laughs at us because nothing is concrete. Like I said, the only thing that exists is the present moment. We cannot fucking predict what's going to happen in the future. There is no way of doing that, right? So that is just something you gotta keep in mind, alright? But yeah, and I just kind of writing down how my brain works has been helping me just kind of be like, girl, what the fuck? Like, this is not. And I want to give myself grace because it's like, hey, it's not easy having a brain. And it really isn't, like, it's not easy to, like, be so anxious and, like, deal with so many intrusive thoughts at once. It can get so overwhelming, like, all of the tasks at hand and everything, and it can be difficult. So give yourself grace through it all. But I will say journaling has helped me so much. Next thing I wrote was, all of that being said, being more aware of how my brain works, like I was saying, I know now to do my best and be more conscientious when my brain starts to overplan Instead, make sure to do your brain dump daily. This way, you don't feel you are forgetting anything and you can later organize your thoughts. By brain dump, I mean, and I have been doing this. I got a mini journal from the dollar store. It's super cute. And I write 2-3 pages every morning, whatever I'm thinking about, whatever, and then I can go to my planner and kind of organize my thoughts, right? So instead of like sitting here and like over analyzing in the morning or at night what I'm supposed to be doing, instead just write down everything that you're thinking. And it is not a to-do list, it's not anything, it's literally just a brain dump. Just get everything that's on your mind out, right? That's what you gotta do. That's what's been helping me. And again, like sometimes your mind is just in these kind of cycles and it's hard to like bounce out of them, but it is really important to do so. It is really important to throw your phone across the room, get up and do like, I don't know, put on some music and dance around, get into your body instead of being so stuck in these mind cycles where you're going nowhere. Like, you can be in these cycles for hours in your brain and just simply go nowhere, and get nowhere. So, yes, I think doing mindful practices is really important. Things that take some time, but you're in the present moment, you're working with tangible things. It could be doing the dishes, it could be doing yoga, girl, it could be taking a walk, it could be anything, girl. But yeah, so just trying to be more conscientious of when these thoughts start to arise. And journaling like this helps because then I can go back and reflect like I am here in this moment, right? Like, I just had therapy, now I'm doing my podcast, and for me it's just like a constant evolution. And this is something I was talking with my therapist with. It's like I always, it's like I don't think I am fully ready. Like, I feel like I'm still in discovering mode with myself, to the point where I don't think I could be in a relationship because of that right now, where I just feel like I have, loose ends I need to take care of and things in my life that I need to take care of before I get into anything serious. But maybe that is also just my avoidancy. Like, who knows? Like, I'm still figuring that one out, girl. But, I do really love my alone time and having these revelations and growing and evolving. But it was really nice to have that reminder from my therapist that, like, we're always going to be growing and evolving. And there is no, like, perfect time, place. But I don't know if that's fully true, because sometimes things do perfectly align. Like, I say that perfect doesn't exist, but sometimes things do perfectly align. I think that is more true than I make it out to be. I think within art there is no like perfection, because once you hit a certain level then you want to do better and whatever. That's a whole nother discussion in and of itself, like perfectionism and all of that. But we're human at the end of the day, right? And where was I? What was I talking about? I don't even fucking know. Right. We're always evolving. So it's like we're always going to be raising the bar for ourselves to do better. So it's just a matter of just taking a step back and being like, hey girl, breathe. It'll be okay. And I was just having that download from the universe, honestly, that I just am still having more self-discovery to do before I find my perfect match. And that's just how I feel right now. I don't know if that is even fully true, but it feels true for me in this moment, because I have some loose ends I would like to take care of. I would like to feel more grounded financially and in my business, girl. Like, I want to be able to not be thrown off track of all of my dreams and things that I want to create. But I'm getting off track. We're getting into therapy, speech, and stuff that I was talking about in therapy, but I think it definitely relates to this of just things are constantly evolving. Give yourself grace. Another realization, I think there were 2 different realizations I had this night. Another realization I had is there are a few different types of chaos and stillness. Ooh, this was like the biggest one, the biggest revelation I had that night that I really loved. One version of chaos includes a lack of planning, as well as a failure to take a step back from a situation at the right moment. Okay, so this is the kind of chaos that, like, stirs up in my brain and creates overwhelm when I, like, plan things out before really, like, looking at my schedule. You know what I mean? Like, really looking at, like, the reality of things, right? Or, like, starting a conversation without thinking things through, like a serious conversation before thinking things through, like that kind of thing. That's what can cause chaos, right? There's another intentional, very intentional kind of chaos, and this is called fun. Okay, this is where you get to really live. This is where you get to really live. The intentional chaos, which is called fun, it's like me going to the Tara Yummy party. I sat down to finish my YouTube video of my failed attempts to go to a Tara Yummy DJ set in New York City. My hand is going numb. Hold on. Hold on, my hand is literally going numb holding this microphone. What the hell? Hate that. It's probably just because of the position I was in and not moving. That's so weird. Anyways, you get it. Like, you plan to go to a concert. I planned to go to this thing. I got a hotel. Everything went smoothly, and it was, like, fun chaos, right? And it's intentional. And yes, it's exciting. And then there's chaos that's unplanned, and it can look like picking up a vice due to stress and causing bad habits for yourself, using negative coping strategies rather than doing genuine self-care, and using stillness to your advantage. So there's, like, this flip side of the coin. When you're going through stress, you can either choose chaos to, like, pick up nicotine again or pick up alcohol when you're stressed, even though you weren't planning to drink that night. Like, that's the thing. It's like there's a difference between planning to go to a party and drinking a little bit, or randomly on a random night after work you're stressed, you pick up alcohol and you drink. Those are two sides of chaos, of picking up a vice, where one is intentional with your friends and you're actually having a good time. The other one is straight up just to cope, when instead you could have taken a warm shower, you could have done some yoga, done some stillness, mindful things. And I'm learning this as I go along, because I've just realized in life, like, drinking alone is no bueno. No bueno. Not for me, girl. I cannot do it. It's not good for my mental health or for anyone around me. And I don't think it's good for anyone in general for the most part. There's sometimes that I will have a little sip of a drink while I'm painting to get myself to let go of, like, inhibitions, and just kind of get into a flow state. But I'm not doing it out of stress. I'm doing it intentionally, right? And there's a difference there. And then I wrote the different kinds of stillness. There's peace, and then there's stagnancy, right? One feels that you are so free to do and be as you are. The other makes you feel trapped and not feel as though you can move. These coincide with the negative and chaotic good, because addiction is a trap. Bad relationships can keep you down, and a lack of planning can lead to disappointment and a lack of hope. But intentional fun can make you feel free. Planning leads for more excitement and joy. And good relationships should uplift you, right? Positive stillness makes us feel free. It helps us see all of our options due to clarity. Therefore, moving forward with grace and intention when it comes to planning. Stagnancy leads us to trapped energy. Only allows us to see one option, therefore making decisions out of autopilot, leading to dead ends. And this is often out of survival mode as well. And in this day and age, a lot of people, including myself, have slipped into survival mode where all you can think of is, I have to do this, to do this, to do this so I can pay my bills, right? And that's a very real thing. And then it can lead to stagnancy in your growth in your career because you can only see one option within your career. Just an example, right? If you don't switch up the day-to-day lifestyle, it leads to stagnancy. And if we don't stick to certain positive routines, it leads to overwhelming chaos. There's always a balance to life. Knowing when to leap and when to lay low is a learned skill. The least we can do for ourselves is to stick to consistent morning and night routines so we are ready and able to make the right decisions when it comes to all the things we can pursue in life. I mean, I think I ate down. Like, dare I say. But no, seriously. Yeah, like, it is a learned skill to know when you're supposed to leap and jump into what feels right to you and what feels aligned, and when to take a beat and when to take a step back and lean into stillness, lean into peace and clarity so that you can gain some clarity on your life, right? And I was talking about morning and night routines because that's something that I'm trying to get back into, and I think I've been doing all right with it. I definitely would like to stick to something better, but it was a party girl weekend. I was doing my own thing this weekend. I did not exactly, stick to any schedule, but hey girl, like, I had a good motherfucking time, and that's unintentional fucking fun. That's an unintentional chaos, and that was good for me. It was good for my spirit to let loose and not give a fuck about a routine at that time, right? Because I intended to do that. Whereas if it were like a work week and I just randomly decided to, I don't know, get blackout drunk by myself, not go to sleep till 4 a.m. because I was scrolling, and then wake up, and then, that is where things get overwhelming and fucked up, right? But sometimes it's good for your spirit to let loose when it is intentional, and that's the name of the game today, I guess, is intention. Intention is everything. Seriously, it really is. And I'm learning that as I go. Learning how life works as I go. All I want to do is all of my creative things. All I ever want to do is paint and dance and all of the things. I just want to do everything. I want to have a podcast, and I want to have a YouTube channel. I want to do all these fucking things. And none of that is possible if I don't take care of my mental health, if I don't take care of business and work the jobs that I know I will be making money from as well, so that I can contribute to my art business, and everything like that. It's like, it's a give and take in life. And as much as all I want to do is create and make things that I have ideas for, right? There's a balance to life. Sometimes you gotta do the dishes. Sometimes you gotta do shit that's boring. And, but you can find stillness in that. And there's always good to be found in life. It's a give and take. It's a balance. It's a balancing act. So that's what I have to offer today. Thank you so much for listening or witnessing to the Creatively Dreaming podcast with yours truly, Luna Linz. Follow my Instagram at pinkbat222. Thank you to this Pinkbat Squishmallow that gave me the name of my Instagram. Not exactly, but I mean, I love bats and I love pink, so Pinkbat222, and I'm a spiritual bitch, so 222. Anyways, so much love. Thank you so much for listening or witnessing to this. Soon I will be coming out with a YouTube video talking all about my Tara Yummy party. I just wanted to keep this short and sweet because, girl, I have a lot of things to edit, and I also have a lot of things to do today. So, yeah, that is all. That is all for today. Much love, and I hope you gain something out of this and slay diva queen and live your best life. All right, get that tattoo that you want to get. Go run outside. I don't know. Girl, what am I saying? Just do what you want is basically what I'm trying to say. Do what you want. Do it intentionally. Take care of yourself. And remember, it's all about that Tara Yummy mindset. It's all about it's all about that Luna Lynn's mindset. Okay, let me be conceited for a moment. I'm conceited. I got a reason. Love that song. I was listening to that this morning. Cause what the fuck? Damn, I look good. I can't nobody like I could. Okay, I got a little fat butt. Okay. I'm gonna go now. Thanks for being here. Much love.